Captions are indeed one of the best tools to enhance understanding. They provide clarity, improve accessibility, and allow people to follow along, regardless of language or hearing ability.
Join me as I challenge myself to paint a stunning sunset in just 10 minutes using only my fingers on a mini canvas. In this video, you'll learn how to paint a breathtaking sunset on a mini canvas using just your fingers, making art accessible and fun. Many people think painting is complicated and requires special tools, but today we're going to flip that idea on its head. We're going to show you that with a little creativity and some basic supplies, you can create something truly stunning. Painting doesn't have to be intimidating, and it doesn't have to break the bank. With just a few simple materials, you can unleash your inner artist and create something truly amazing. And the best part, you don't need any experience or special training, just a willingness to get a little messy and have some fun. So if you're ready to get started and see just how easy it can be to create something beautiful, then let's dive in. One of the reasons I love using fingers to paint is that it's so tactile and expressive. You can feel the paint squishing between your fingers, and you can really get a sense of the colors and textures blending together. It's a very intuitive way of working, and it's perfect for a project like this where we're going for a loose, expressive feel. Plus, it's just so much fun to get your hands dirty and really play with the paint. As we get started, I want to encourage you to relax and not worry too much about making mistakes. Remember, this is all about having fun and experimenting with different techniques and colors. Don't be afraid to try new things and see where they take you. That's where the magic happens. We'll explore the colors of a sunset, the techniques for blending them using your fingers, and how to create depth and texture on a small canvas. From the warm oranges and yellows of the sun itself, to the soft pinks and purples of the surrounding sky, we'll cover it all and show you how to bring it all together in a beautiful, cohesive piece. The key to creating a realistic sunset is all about layering and blending the colors. You want to start with a light base coat and then build up gradually, adding more and more color and texture as you go. Don't be afraid to get a little messy and experiment with different techniques. That's where the magic happens. One of the things I love about using fingers to paint is that it's so easy to blend the colors together and create soft, gradient-like transitions. You can just smush the paint around with your fingers and create these beautiful, subtle shifts in color. It's a really expressive way of working, and it's perfect for capturing the soft, hazy quality of a sunset. As we work on this painting, remember to take your time and enjoy the process. Don't worry too much about the end result, just focus on the journey and have fun with it. Watch as the vibrant colors come together in the final moments, transforming a blank canvas into a beautiful sunset scene. It's amazing how quickly it all comes together, and how much drama and impact you can create with just a few simple strokes. The more you play with the paint, the more you'll start to see the colors come alive and blend together in unexpected ways. It's like the painting takes on a life of its own, and it's really exciting to see where it will end up. As we get towards the end of our 10-minute timer, take a step back and survey your work. You'll be amazed at how far you've come and how beautiful your painting is starting to look. Don't be afraid to add a few final flourishes and details to really make it pop. In the end, it's all about having fun and enjoying the process. Remember, this is just a quick exercise in creativity, and it's okay if it doesn't turn out perfectly. The real magic happens in the journey, not the destination. And I'll be sharing the common mistakes to avoid along the way. There's something so captivating about finger strokes in painting sunsets on mini canvases. It's a technique that's both soothing and mesmerizing, and the tiny size of the canvas only adds to the charm. That's why I love experimenting with it, and I'm excited to share my journey with you today. When it comes to painting sunsets, we've all been there. We start with high hopes, but our canvas ends up looking more like a messy sky than a breathtaking sunset. One common mistake artists make is not preparing their canvas properly. If your canvas isn't primed correctly, your paint will just soak into the fabric, leaving you with a dull, uneven finish. I've been guilty of this mistake too many times, and it's frustrating to say the least. Another mistake is not blending our colors correctly. We've all seen those gorgeous, soft sunsets that look like they're straight out of a dream. But how do we achieve that soft, ombre effect? It's all about blending, my friends. If you're using harsh brush strokes or not blending your colors enough, you'll end up with a sunset that looks more like a rough, choppy sea than a serene sky. Improper use of finger strokes is another common mistake. I know it can be tempting to just use your fingers to sloppily smear paint around the canvas, but trust me, that's not going to give you the desired effect. You need to be intentional with your strokes, using gentle, sweeping motions to build up the color gradually. It takes practice, but the end result is so worth it. And finally, not layering your paint correctly is a huge mistake. If you're trying to achieve a deep, rich color, you can't just apply one layer of paint and call it a day. You need to build up those layers, allowing each one to dry before adding the next. It takes patience, but the end result is a sunset that looks almost three-dimensional. So, how do we avoid these mistakes and create a stunning sunset on our mini canvas? The key is to start with a good base coat. I like to use a warm, golden color to set the tone for my sunset. From there, it's all about building up those layers, using gentle finger strokes to blend the colors together. And don't be afraid to experiment. Try out different brush techniques, like using a dry brush to add texture to your canvas. Another technique I love is using a wet-on-wet approach. This means adding wet paint to wet paint, which helps to blend the colors together seamlessly. It can be a bit tricky to get the hang of, but the end result is so worth it. Just remember to use a light touch and don't overdo it. You can always add more paint, but it's harder to take it away once it's been applied. One surprising tip that has really improved my painting process is using a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. I know it sounds strange, but trust me, it works like a charm. Just be careful not to get the hairdryer too close to the canvas, or you'll end up with a hot mess, literally. By using a hairdryer, I can quickly dry each layer and move on to the next one, which has really helped me to work more efficiently. Another game changer for me has been using a reference photo. I like to find a beautiful sunset photo online and use it as inspiration for my painting. This helps me to get a sense of the colors and the overall mood I want to convey. And the best part is, you can use a reference photo to create a unique painting that's all your own. It's not about copying the photo exactly, but about using it as a starting point to explore your own creativity. By following these tips and avoiding those common mistakes, I've been able to create some truly stunning sunset paintings on my mini canvases. And I hope you can too. Remember to always be patient, take your time, and don't be afraid to experiment. With practice, you'll be creating breathtaking sunsets in no time. In today's video, we covered the common mistakes to avoid when painting sunsets on mini canvases, as well as some techniques to help you improve your skills. If you have any questions or want to share your own painting experiences, please leave a comment below. And if you want to learn more about painting techniques, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be diving deeper into the world of brushstrokes and color blending.